Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is the day that I thought I would finally tell you guys more about what kind of cancer I have, how I found out, when I found out, all those good details. So I have written down, sorry, my allergies are killing my throat. I have written down bullet points to help me to kind of just remember certain important details because my memory is not the best. So if you see me looking down a lot, that's why. That's why. Okay. First, as to how I found out. Late December, early January of late December of 2016 and early January of 2016. I was sitting down and I had noticed a small lump on the right on my right outer thigh. It wasn't too big. Didn't really worry about it. I was working, so I thought that maybe I had bumped my leg working or something. I'm clumsy. That's just me. So I thought I would wait it out, see if it goes down. By February, I noticed that the lump had become um, a little more prominent, especially when I flexed my leg. That's when I could definitely see that. But at the time, my leg was a little sore, but to the touch, there was no pain at all. I wasn't feeling any kind of pain. By this time, my leg had become really, really sore. Walking irritated it, and bending down made it even worse. Oh my goodness, that pain. It was bad. And at that time, I was actually able to full on see almost like half a mango size of a lump on my leg without even having to flex my leg. I could still see this lump. As I was heading up the stairs, I lost my footing in my right leg, and that scared me, so I didn't even bother going all the way up the stairs. I did not want to hurt myself anymore. So I went straight to my boss and I let her know what was going on, and I actually showed her this mass on my leg, so she allowed me to leave early. And at this point, it was barely 8:30. Work started at 8. So she allowed me to leave early, and luckily for me, I live right in front of the hospital, so I was able to go over to the emergency room and wait there. I had to be in that waiting room for nearly 4 hours. 4 hours before they were able to get me in. Mind you, there were only like 4 other people in there, and there were people that came in there after me that got in there before me. But that's none of my business. So, fast forward, finally in a room, I finally get in contact with my mom, let her know that I'm at the hospital, and they kept me there. They gave me morphine to help with the pain because of how bad it was. So they kept me overnight. They wanted to do an MRI the next morning, and that is what they did. So I want to say probably like 6 hours after the MRI, waited for the results. My mom was with me waiting. So at that point, a nurse came in and told me the results of my MRI, and she came up and was like, "I'm sorry to tell you this, but you have sarcoma." Now, mind you, forgot to mention this. When I had first started noticing the lump growing, I tried to, do my little digging, see what I could find. I came up with a lipoma, which is a fatty mass, non-cancerous, not a tumor, that can easily be removed. And what also came up with the symptoms that I had typed in was also sarcoma. Sarcoma is a very rare form of cancer that actually counts for 1% of cancers that we know of. Um, and when I saw that, I was like, "There's no way. There is absolutely no way. There's no way." So I completely blew it off. So hearing that she said what I completely did not expect threw me off. I wasn't sad, mad, any kind of thing like that. I was just in shock. I was literally just sitting there in shock, and my mom was. I think my mom was a little upset. I don't think it really hit both of us yet. Maybe her more than me at that moment. Um, so within the next 24 hours, they were actually able to get me in contact with a surgeon who specializes in cancer and a hospital that was going to be able to help me start treatment options, and also a hospital that would do radiation and everything like that. So within that 72-hour span, it was definitely shock. It was definitely a shock. So I actually thought that I would share with you guys some information that I've dug up through trying to learn more about what the cancer is that I have, and actually um, took some stats down when they actually talked to me more about the tumor. Actually, I was able to physically see this ginormous thing in my leg. So the tumor was 11 centimeters long and 5 centimeters wide. And the reason why my leg was hurting so bad was because the tumor was nearly touching my femur, and that's the pressure that I was feeling. That aching pain was nearly pressing up against my bone. I want to say maybe a month or two after my original diagnosis, once I was able to get into a hospital for chemo, a hospital for radiation, and a hospital that was going to be performing my surgeries. They did another scan, and in this scan, they found, at the time, they had found about either three or four little nodules, which are little baby nodules. Nodules are little baby tumors, and the reason why the cancer spread to my lungs is because with my form of sarcoma, which is alveolar soft part sarcoma, which is cancer of the soft tissue. Um, the cancer is known for metastasizing. It took me forever to learn how to say that word, but metastasis is the development of secondary malignant growths at a distance from original cancer site. And the word malignant means fatal, deadly, uncontrollable, and life-threatening. That's when it hit me, and all I could do was shake my head, and the doctor's sitting there asking me why I'm shaking my head. What do you mean? Just found out my cancer spread, and along with my cancer also spreading to the lungs, the next stage would be to the brain. So they this the the rate of growth for my cancer is extremely fast. I want to say that lump spread within grew within about less than 3 months. And at the size that it was at, it's very scary. And then not even a month after that, it's spreading to my lungs. That was definitely that's when it hit me. That's definitely when it hit me. When I was finally diagnosed, um, and at the stage that I was at with my cancer, they decided that I was at stage 3. And I know it goes stage 1, 2, 3, and terminal. Um, and I was definitely told that if I had waited any longer to be seen, that it could have been a lot more life-threatening than we all thought. It would get to that fast. I also thought that I would share a little more facts that I was able to kind of jumble together about my alveolar soft part sarcoma stage 3, my alveolar soft part sarcoma. It is a very uncommon tumor, typically developing in adolescents and younger adults, such as my age, 20, 25, 26, up to that range. Um, and out of 1% of all sarcomas, 79% develop metastasis, the metastasis disease, which is when cancer spreads. Percent being resistant to conventional chemos. The resistant metastasis contributes to increased mortality rates. So there is definitely a higher chance of you not making it through this cancer because of how aggressive the growth is and the metastasis. Um, but I will talk more about how my cancer has affected treatment plans, what kind of chemo I was going to be on, radiation length, surgery time, all of that, and what my whole plan is in probably another 3 or 4 videos. I have lots of stories for you guys, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could like this and subscribe to my channel. I'm still new to this. I'm really trying, but I definitely want to get my story out there and reach out to other people who have dealt with this firsthand, know somebody that has. I just think it would all be awesome if we could all come together and talk about our experiences and, have ask each other questions, ask me questions, and I would love to answer any of them. No shame in any of it. I like learning about this stuff because I know in the end it'll better me, and if I better myself, maybe I can help somebody else down the line. That's one of my goals. But as for right now, I have to make sure that I'm okay before anybody else is okay. So all of that stuff I know will happen in time. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video, and please like and subscribe if you guys can. Comment if you have any questions, just comment them down below and I would love to answer them. And that is it for now, guys, and bye.